I do realize as I sew that sometimes we do have bigger pieces of scraps like this. Bigger pieces, right? Like this, and some even very odd shapes, because sometimes we make clothes and we have curves for our collar that we cut out. So, but they are bigger, but not big enough to make an item. For example, if I want to make a tote bag, one piece like this is not enough. Not enough to make a tote bag. So what I'll do is I can cut 4 pieces of fabric from four different fabric like this. For example, I have 4 pieces of fabric, and if I join them together, they probably is big enough for the tote bag front, right? So 4 pieces of fabric like this. But if I join all 4 squarish way this way, I think it looks very boring. So that's why I came up, I've discovered an idea, and thought I will show you how I'm going to give these 4 patches a difference. Because I know these 4 patches will be able to make a big enough panel for my tote bag. So I'm going to stack them together this way, and I'm going to cut them apart. Stack them, and I'm going to cut them with my quilting ruler and my rotary cutter. So I stack my 4 pieces of fabric like that, and I know all the 4, when they are joined together, they will be able to make one front panel for my tote bag. So I'm going to stack them together, and I'm going to slash and cut them this way, right? So because I am a right-hander, I'm going to put my ruler this way, and I'm going to cut the first cut. My rotary cutter is actually used for a few times, so may not be very sharp. So the second cut, I can do it this way. So I think it's entirely up to you how many cuts you want. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. So I have 4 sections of the square. So the first, let's say this is number 1, this is number 2. So what I will do is I will put the 1 piece down here, and then this set, I'm going to have 2 pieces, count 2 pieces, put it down this way, and this will be the 3rd set. And number 4 step, I will count 3 and this way, and then I will have a block or a panel that has different designs. So I will join this piece to this piece, this piece to this piece, and this piece to this piece, right? And I will get a totally different set, every set, right? And I'm going to sew them together, and I come back and show you. I'm back after joining all the 4 sets together, and after joining, I have gone to iron them, because ironing relaxes the joint and the thread to settle down with the fabric, right? So this is how it looks, and you notice that I have 4 pieces, all different. See the middle part, this one is this, and this is this, this is this, and this is the red square. So that is how it looks, all 4 pieces joined together form. Now, you see, you would have noticed that each square has gone out of space. When we cut it, it was a 9 by 9 square, but when we join it, because all this allowance at the back, so the shape has gone out. You see, it is out here, here, and here. So what I will do is I'm going to use my rotary cutter and square them up. And I will decide. See, one square, probably now I'm looking at it. It was 9 inches, now it will be 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, I will make an 8-inch square out of it. So I'm going to cut 8-inch. So from 9-inch square, I now have an 8-inch square. Right? So do keep that in mind when you're doing your own measurement. So it will become smaller. From 9 it became 8, and when I join the 4 pieces together with some more allowance in the joining, it's going to be less than 8-inch. And then it will be less than, because 2 8-inch, 16-inch, right? So it will be less than that, 15 point something inch only. Right? So what to take note of is that when you are sewing this, do you have to have a 1/4 inch allowance all the time? No, you just make it consistent, all your allowance consistent. If you're using the presser foot as a guide, just use that same allowance for all your joinings. That's all. So one thing you need to note is after joining, do iron it to relax your thread into the fabric, and then it will become smaller. And I'm going to cut it, because when I cut, I'm getting 7.5 only. So if I still want a square, if I want a rectangle, is also possible, right? So from here, 7.5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 7.5, I'm going to cut it across here. So this is what I've come out with. So a block that the 4 pieces. In the end, when I was cutting in the end, it is 7 inches only. From 9 inches square, I only have about 7 inches square. Right? So, and do they have to be similar and exact? No, because anyway they are not straight. So I try to put it together where no same color are together at the joining part. So this is what I have. I'm going to join them together and show you the last piece. And I will compare this with my random strip set. And you can see the difference between the two. This is how it is sewn together, the 4 pieces, ready sewn together. So I just wanted to show you that we can do it a planned manner, even though we have limited scrap fabric, right? And you have this, and I also want to show you the random design that I had. That means when I did the random strips, and then when I put 4 strips together, it looks busy, right? And this is the other look that I had when no planning was involved. This is the one with some planning. So which one do you like? You can do both, entirely up to you.